Hi traders, my name is Duncan Cooper and I'm a Senior Market Strategist and Trading Mentor at AUDJPY Securities. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the key trading levels for the week ahead for the pairs the Australian dollar to the Japanese yen, the Australian dollar to the US dollar, the euro to the Japanese yen, the euro to the US dollar, the pound to the Japanese yen, and the pound to the US dollar. So let's get into the first pair. Hi traders, hope you had a great trading week. Now I'm on the Aussie yen day chart. I've got my monthly, weekly, day support and resistance levels drawn in. I'll just talk about the ones closest to price action, but they're all referenced in the description below. Now, rather consolidatory last week, but we did manage to hold above these day support levels, 93.88 and 93.68 by the end of the week. So are we putting in a higher bottom here to come up and challenge this double top area at 95.73 weekly resistance? Then do we see an opportunity to sell down from that level? Or then does price move above? Does it become support? For a further move up to challenge the higher level of weekly resistance at 96.87. Alright, so I think we're more than likely putting in a higher bottom here. Consolidating last week, managing to remain above daily support. Are we going to be moving up to challenge 95.73 weekly resistance? Alright traders, moving on to the Aussie dollar. Now we're at a very heavy sell-off week last week. In all probability now this is going to be a lower top on the weekly chart. So pretty much 5 straight negative days there. We're trading down to some day support here at 68.69. Support here. There's another old area of resistance here. Support there. So it's an area of support and resistance that's been played around over the last few months. So I'm anticipating early in the week we might get a bounce before maybe a further move down. So the levels to watch for a bounce would be, do we come up to 69.11, hold and fail, this area here, or do we further come back up to challenge 69.67 monthly resistance? Thursday, that's where the high of Thursday formed against that resistance. So I'm looking for some form of rally before the next decline next week. 69.11 is the first level of day chart resistance. Then we've got monthly resistance. Do we pop up before a further sell-off? Of course, at the start of the week we could move below that level and then come up, and that level becomes resistance for then a move down. And for a move down, looking at 68.26, can we test that level? That's monthly support from this low over here. Can we test that level and then potentially move through that level? Alright, so if we're looking for a further decline, ideally though looking for a rally before the decline. Alright, moving on to the Euro Yen day chart. Now we started the week at or below 136.86, which has been support, has been resistance. So this weekly support or resistance level here at 136.86. We started the week at that level or slightly below when we moved down, but then by the end of the week we moved back up above that level. So the last 3 trading days clearly closed above that level. Now trend wise we've got a lower top, higher bottom, so it's a bit mixed. So we could move back below 136.86 or we could hold above next week. Just have to watch that level. I'm feeling like we may be heading up. Dollar yen, as I said before, is getting very strong. So that being said, weakness in the yen side, we could well see this move up next week. So first of all, watch 136.86. That's the key level. Can we hold above that level? And are we going to come up and challenge 138.39? And can we move above that level to start to see an uptrend form on this pair long term? We've had this large move up, corrective move back. We could well be moving back up to challenge these highs over time. Alright, so watch 136.86. Does that hold us support in the week for a further move up? Of course, if we start to move below 136.86, watch for that to become resistance once more for a move down. So that's the key area of support and resistance to watch, 136.86. Does it hold us support, or do we move back below and does it become resistance once more? Alright traders, moving on to euro dollar. Now over the last week, 10 days, of trading, or you've had a very heavy sell-off from the 103.40 monthly resistance level and closed below 2 days now, 10096 day support here. So it's had a heavy sell-off already, might need a little bit of a rally, so I'm looking for price to come back up to this area. 10096 could get a bit deeper, approximately to the 100 level, and then do we see a hold, fail for a move down to challenge parity and challenge this weekly low that we formed at 99.52. Alright, so maybe a little bit overdone to the downside in the short term. Can we see a rally back to resistance? For that to hold, for an opportunity to sell, to move down and test 99.52. Alright traders, onto the pound yen. Still very consolidatory. I'm leaving this pair alone at the moment, but if you want to trade it, really support is this weekly support area where the market keeps trading through and false breaking. And resistance is up here at the daily level at 162.97, where we keep trading through and holding. We held there last week, so that's the range that we're seeing at the moment. And now that we've once again failed here, are we moving down? We could be getting support here at 161.57, a daily level of support, or are we simply moving down for another test of weekly support? This weekly support area at 160.38 down to 159.98, for then another move back up to 162.97. Of course, a trend could come in and we break out of the range, but at the moment it's in that range, so just trade it like it's in a range until the market shows a breakout. Alright traders, last pair to review for the weekend, pound dollar. Heavy sell-off over the last 10 trading days. Now, much like the euro dollar and the Aussie dollar, heavy selling off into the close of Friday, and we've broken below. There's some monthly levels of support we've broken below. We've broken below weekly support over here, 119.33, and this day support level, and the last level in recent times formed is weekly support here at 1760. So it is a little bit overdone, so I'm expecting we could have a bit of a bounce. Can we bounce back up to maybe hold at 118.90 daily resistance, or slightly higher up to 119.33, which is now weekly resistance, for an opportunity to sell, to trade down and test 1760. If we break that level, then the next major level is at 116.45 if you go to your monthly chart. Major monthly support at 116.45. Okay, that's only, well, it's less than 200 pips away, so we can definitely get down there next week, but it is a little bit overdone. Like many of the pairs to the US dollar, a little bit overdone. I'm expecting the possibility of a rally in the early part of the week, back up to some form of resistance, for an opportunity to trade down. So on the pound dollar there, can we trade back up to 118.90 or 119.33 weekly resistance, for an opportunity to sell, to trade down for a test of 1760 next week, and a possible break of that level to trade down to 116.45 if the US dollar continues its dominant strength at the moment. Okay traders, that's my analysis for today. If you want to keep up to date with my analysis, simply subscribe to the channel. I look forward to seeing you next time. Now if you'd like to follow my forex trading analysis throughout the week, why not subscribe to the ACY Securities live interactive trading feed Telegram channel. Simply contact Nathan.bray at acy.com to get access.